tired of hearing about it and all the different characters.
Well, going back to the beginning, the two of you didn't create Clark Kent. He sort of just showed up on the Kansas farm. Tell us a little bit about how that happened.
The most I remember hanging upside down in that horrible harness. When we did, I remember we're upside down. I'm 5'4". These men are a foot.
We're all the same height upside down.
They're a foot taller than I am. So, but upside down, his head is literally jammed on the ground, which is the top of the car, and I'm just hanging free.
So you guys have this great chemistry going even in real life. I mean, this is fun.
I tell you, we really do have a good time.
When did both of you begin to realize that your son, Clark Kent, was different, to put it mildly?
I think we knew that the early parts of Smallville in the pilot, we had a secret that he didn't know. Mm-hmm. You know, he was just a kid, and his dad wouldn't let him play football, and his mom was very protective of him because we didn't want him to know that he was different.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, something else happened to me this morning. When I woke up, I was kind of floating.
Floating.
As soon as I woke up, I crashed. I mean, Dad, what's happening to me?
I honestly don't know. As soon as you start breaking the law of gravity, we're definitely in uncharted territory.
I just wish you would stop.
Look, Clark, I'm your father. I'm supposed to have all the answers. That kills me that I don't, but you gotta have faith that we'll figure this thing out together.
I do. But this is happening to me, and I'm scared.
I don't think I've ever seen that scene.
That was so nice.
You know, for me, playing Clark, and then to work with John and Annette, who both, I've met members of both their families, and they both, in real life, have such great, warm, caring, wonderful families, and they're both responsible for that. I mean, John is a father, Annette is a mother. And as going into these scenes as, you know, son talking to his parents, I think that somehow has transcended into the working relationship. I mean, Annette is very much aware of what it is to be a mother, and John is very much aware of what it is to be a father. And they bring what do you call it? It's quality, but it's also like a reality to the roles they play, and I feel blessed.
I mean, as parents, are you able to relate to that when you're advising your children?
Yeah, Smallville has helped me, I think, be a better father. I watch this guy on TV and think, oh my gosh, I better be more like that.
That's pretty good. So Clark has all these wonderful powers, but at times he can be a bit rebellious. I mean, he's not always Mr. Goody Two-Shoes, is he?
He's never Mr. Goody Two-Shoes, actually. Is he?
No, Clark.
Oh.
Not Tom. Not Tom.
Watch this scene.
Clark Kent, you stole from us.
Oh, I used your credit cards. What's the big deal? We don't have to pay for it right away.
Well, I'll tell you the big deal. The big deal is you're going to take all this garbage back right now. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. And then after you've taken all this garbage back, you and I are going to have a nice long conversation about this new attitude you've developed.
Well, Dad, you can talk all you want. I'm out of here.
Clark, come back here!
That's a pretty classic scene there, you know, Clark riding off on the Harley.
Well, we do have to say he's under the influence of red kryptonite there. That's not
right.
our real Clark.
How hard is it as his parents to advise him what's okay and what's not okay, what he should do with his powers and what he shouldn't do?
Well, it's very difficult because we're not in that position, and we don't. No, nobody in the world is. He's the only one, and that's where we're in this territory that we have to. There's a lot of trust that goes on with him. Mm-hmm.
But I think really what makes Smallville so much fun to watch, and what's caused it to last so long, is that they really know these people. The people that watch Smallville really have had the opportunity to look and see what has made this young man turn into Superman later.
It sounds crazy, but I think that Lionel Luthor's found a way to use my blood to bring people back to life. If my blood can save lives, maybe I should come forward. What if there's something inside me that could repair Dad's heart permanently?
Clark, your mother and I both know that you are going to save a lot of lives in this world. Even more than you have any idea.
The only life I'm interested in saving is yours.
You do. You save my life every day that you're with us. And we wouldn't trade that for a single moment without you.
Wow, I see why people like this show. I've never seen that scene either. I've missed so many of these shows. It's sad. Wow, that's great. No wonder they like us.
Thanks so much for being here, both of you.
Sure thing.
I really enjoyed it.
It's great.
I'll be right back with Tom's beautiful co-star, Kristen Crook. Kristen plays Clark's sometimes love interest, Lana Lang. So stay right there.